Hey everybody, welcome to Level Grinding, the Daily Hustle, day 91. Guys, I cannot believe that it's been 91 days of making videos. This is really cool and it's really amazing to have you all along for the ride. So I wanted to say thank you this morning for your subscription, for just tuning in every single day and watching, and for giving your feedback and for your support. It's something I really appreciate. So today is Wednesday. Today is my last working day before I have a whole bunch of busy stuff going on. So today I've got some client work to get finished. I have got I have a phone call with my mentor, which I'm really excited about. And I'm going to be making sure that I'm prepared for Thursday and Friday because those are going to be really busy days. So first off on the list was doing my wonder work. I've just come out of doing that and I really need to stop. I've gone over, partly because I was running a little bit late this morning and just partly because I had a really interesting idea. So this is kind of where my script started, is here. Oh, hello. What is going on with this? Just move this back up. Anyway, I started working on this last week and just started writing everything out about what just has gone on. And I was reading it today and you can see what I wrote. Wow, so sappy, lame ass. So yeah, something that I learned a long time ago when writing is to what I say is keep the fingers moving. So basically just start not exactly conscious stream writing, but definitely writing just whatever comes next, writing wherever it is. And eventually in this process, I find an idea. So last night I was texting with a friend of mine back in North Carolina. She's a really good friend of mine and I miss her terribly. And we were talking about how is life going right now. And so I told her about how life is going here in Colorado. And I'm usually not a kind of person who likes to gush on about things. Like if somebody asks me how is something going, I'll give them the bird's eye view of things, but I really won't go into a lot of details. And it's not because I'm trying to be evasive or trying to not tell somebody what's going on. It's just I've always felt like if I'm going to rattle on and on and on about all the good stuff in my life, well, then maybe you're going to get upset or disappointed or not feel good or whatever. You're going to feel that about yourself, and I don't want to make you feel that way, so I don't normally share that kind of stuff. I know it's kind of dumb. But, so anyway, I actually kind of opened up a little bit and talked about, and just in a text message, how many things can you type out? But talked about how much I love the mountains, talked about how much I enjoy being out here, how much I love my new hobby of park skating, how much I, feel like there's a lot more opportunities here in Colorado. And maybe it's that there were still opportunities in North Carolina where I used to live, but now I know how to see them and take advantage of them. And my friend texted back, she said, "You seem so confident and alive." And that sentence made me stop and think, confident and alive. And I realized that is actually the most accurate description of how I feel right now. I truly feel confident and alive. And yeah, crap happens. I'm not able to boot up hard drives. Things fail. Projects go awry. But deep down, in my core, I feel confident and alive. And I told my friend this morning, I didn't always feel this way. I'm not going to lie. When I moved out here, I was very broken. I've shared a little bit about this, about how when I lost my job in the very beginning of 2013, it shook me to my core about who I was, what I wanted to do, and as part of the thing that I'm working on as a part of my wonder work is sharing that actual story. But in that, and in rediscovering what my passion is, rediscovering what I could do, I have become very confident. I've become very alive, very joyful in what I do. And I realized just how thankful I was about that. I don't take it for granted. I don't take any of my skills for granted. I don't take any of the things that I get to do every single day for granted. The fact that my husband and I can live entirely on his salary while I build my business is amazing to me because I don't have to go split my time and go get a job at McDonald's just to make ends meet while I'm trying to do this. And so this attitude of thankfulness is a huge part of what I do. And I'm not going to say that I have the thing figured out, but I realized something while I was typing all of these thoughts down into my wonder work. You saw that thing about how I said that my original script was completely sappy and lame ass, and part of that's because it wasn't actually getting at what I wanted to share. And when my friend mentioned to me that I felt confident and alive, that she saw that I felt confident and alive, I realized that that is exactly what I was. And this morning, I was on Instagram and I was, scrolling through, and one of my favorite singers popped up. It's Alan Doyle from Great Big Sea. The band doesn't exist anymore, which is really sad, but he still sings. And he has this fantastic Instagram, and it's just him showing the joy of his life, be it showing the fun of making a homemade ice skate rink, or now he's on tour. And the post that he shared this morning just made me smile. I was so excited by it. It just made me laugh. A few minutes later, I was scrolling past and I saw a post from Brad Montague, who taught the Wonderwork class that I went to last year. He's also the guy that created Kid President and a couple of other things. And so he shared this quote from Fred Rogers. And I love Fred Rogers. Mr. Rogers is like my guy. Like, if I'm feeling blue, I will still, to this day, go put on Mr. Rogers and just sing along with him all the songs that I sang when I was 5 years old. Like, it makes me happy. It brings me joy. And I was thinking about it while I was writing and realizing that all the people that I follow, be it on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, they are people who bring joy to my life. And part of the thing that makes them so much fun to follow is the gratitude that they bring to what they do. Whatever the thing is, the thing that they want to do, they are so thankful and so happy that they get to do it. They don't take that opportunity for granted. They don't take the chance that they get to do it for granted. And they work their butts off to do it because they love what they're doing. And I think about how I am right now, about how I love being an entrepreneur, about how I love being a storyteller, and how hard I am working. And, I probably could work even harder to do it, but I am so lucky that I have this ability to do this. And I realized a couple things. One, gratitude. Yay, we're back. Okay, so my phone ran out of memory, which is why I clipped out really suddenly. So I had to go delete some files. This is the one conundrum of doing video blogging on your phone, is that it fills up real fast and you can't record anymore. So anyway, I was talking about how I realized a couple of things in my rumination earlier today during my Wonderwork block. One of them is gratitude. Gratitude is the root of joy, or as I wrote it down, gratitude is the tree on which the fruit of joy comes. And when you are practicing this attitude of joy and of gratitude, one, it gets rid of fear. You can't have fear when you're thankful. So it's easier to jump into the opportunities that are in front of you and to see them for what they are, not as things to be afraid of, but as things to go after. And also, when you have joy in your life, you're making other people smile. Like, this is the thing that I love about following people like Alan Doyle and Lisa Congdon and Brad Montague. Like, they make me smile every time I see them, even if they're sharing something that is deep and poignant and something that hurts. Like Lisa Congdon, for example, is a lesbian, and so like for her, part of her art is sharing her relationship with her wife and sharing her relationship of being in a community that doesn't always accept her for who she is. And even when she shares that painful stuff, I still smile, not because I am like happy that she's hurting. I'm smiling because I'm empathizing with the pain that she has. And so I realized that our purpose as people is to make other people smile, not to get something from them, but because when I make you smile, I'm giving you joy. And when I give you joy, I give you hope in your life. And so that was number one. Number two was realizing that if you're not cultivating this joyful attitude, if you're not giving people the opportunity to gravitate towards you, like when you smile at somebody and they smile back at you, like if you're in a party or you're at a networking event, you know that if that person smiled at you, they're approachable and you're going to want to go talk to them, even if you don't know who they are, because you resonated with their smile. If you're not smiling, if you're not giving joy, then that's not going to happen to you. And I had an experience a couple months ago now, where I connected a friend of mine to a person that had a question related to the things that they do. So I basically connected the person or the question to that friend, saying, hey, you should talk to this person. They'll probably have some insight into you. And the person that was my friend cornered me a couple weeks ago and basically said, I really wish you hadn't done that because I don't have the time to deal with this person. And they were asking really stupid questions. They should just go Google it. Like, next time, please talk to me before you connect me with somebody. And I apologized. I said, yeah, sure. I went ahead and, emailed the other person and said, hey, this isn't going to work out right now. Like, they're really busy. This just isn't going to work. But I thought about the attitude that my friend came back to me with about saying, I really wish you hadn't done that. I have too much going on. And this person really shouldn't have been asking me those questions. And I realized, one, that was kind of an annoying thing, like to feel like that got put on me. But I'm the one that started it. So yeah, okay, fine. But the other thing that I realized is because of this person's attitude, I'm never going to connect her to somebody else in my life. Like, I'm just not going to do that. And it's because I, one, don't want that experience again, but two, I don't want to refer another person to someone who's not going to give them the information that they need or point them in a direction that would be helpful to them. And I realized that by doing that, I'm closing this friend off to opportunities that may come through me. Like, this is significant. If we, through our gratitude and through our joy, are more than happy to talk to somebody, more than happy to share how we got somewhere, more than happy to connect that person that's asking the question to other resources that we have, and that's how we spread opportunity. If by somebody's grumpy attitude, we then say, I don't want to do anything with them, not only are they closing themselves off to the opportunity, but if you're somebody who's had that experience their grumpiness, how likely are you going to give them an opportunity that comes up in your way? And I know for me, I'm not going to do it. And it's not that I won't talk to anybody who's grumpy or that I won't give an opportunity to somebody who's grumpy, but I realized that grumpy attitudes get more grumpy attitudes. Thankful attitudes get thankful attitudes back. And this is across the board. Like, I have met people in all stages of life, all walks of life, and this is true on both sides. I've met homeless people who are grumpy and expect everybody to give something to them because they are grumpy and because they're homeless. And I've met thankful homeless people who take every single day as something that they can't complain about, something that they can be thankful for. And I'll tell you which kind of homeless person I would like to sit next to on the bus. Likewise, I have talked to people who live in big fancy houses and make a lot of money and who are grumping about their life and about how they work so hard they should get somewhere, about how they work so hard, why is their house leaking, like just grumpy, complaining people. And I have met people in the exact same walk of life who are joyful and who have this attitude of gratitude. And let me tell you which ones I want to be around, but also let me tell you which ones seem to be moving forward in their life and not being stuck. It's the ones who have gratitude and joy. And so for me, I realized that the best thing that I can do every single day is to make somebody smile. And I want the things that I share to make somebody smile. And so number one, if any of my videos never make you smile, like smile out of joy, please tell me because it means I didn't do my job and it didn't bring something of value to your life. And sometimes it's not just information that is value. Sometimes it's just the joy of being a human being and of being on this crazy planet and living this crazy thing that we call life, and sharing that experience with other people and resonating with that. So yeah, that was my big takeaway. Now that I have ruminated on this, I think for almost 10 minutes, if not longer, I really need to get to work. But this was a really significant thought that I had today, and I hope all of this made sense because this was really cool and I wanted to share it with you. Alright, I'm a big fan of like modern punk music, and while I'm eating lunch and listening to this, I am working on social content for Renegade. Oh, I can't tell you how excited I am. I just got off the phone with my mentor. I love our conversations. Like, seriously, they're some of the best things that happen when I have them. I used to have them every single month, and then my yearly income last year kind of plummeted. It was really an interesting thing to go through. So I've had to go like month to month, and I think we finally settled on a schedule. So I'm going to be talking to him every other month, which I'm really excited about. But the good news, like the reason why I'm like stupid excited right now is my mentor has amazing ideas every single time I call him. He asks me really good questions about what am I doing and why and what am I thinking about things. Like, he doesn't tell me what to do. he just offers feedback, and the questions that he asks always gets me thinking in a different direction rather than the questions that I say. Like, it's really easy when you're in your own head to say, oh, like, this is a fantastic idea, but until you have somebody who's going to punch holes in it, you don't necessarily see the errors that are in your thinking. So every time that I talk with my mentor is amazing. And this time he gave me some really, really good ideas that I'm excited to explore, things that I'm excited to produce for my company that are going to be really good tools, not only just for myself in terms of income, but also for the people that need my services. How can I serve them in a different way, even if they're not going to necessarily buy my editorial content right now? So I'm really, really excited about this, and this is going to be a development. I'm going to be excited to see how this idea is birthed and tracked and documented over the next few months. But right now, my dog is cranking at me. You can probably hear him snorting. I gotta go take him outside. All right, it is the end of the day. The last bit of the afternoon after my mentor phone call was just taken up with uploading photos to my client's hard drive, making sure that all of that was kept in order. Yeah, going over my to-do list for next week. I have 2 things going on tomorrow. First thing in the morning, my friend Julie's coming over. And then I have a really long meeting in the afternoon that I'm going to. So it's one of those things where it's like I need to do all that prep work now so that I know where I'm going in on Monday. Because also on Friday, I have Creative Mornings in the morning and then a meeting after that to talk about social media needs for Creative Mornings for our local chapter. So Friday's going to be busy. Tomorrow's busy. I need to make sure that I can go into Monday well. So I am now cooking supper. I got chicken in the oven, and then tonight is our community group, so we should be going to that. Yeah, normal Wednesday. Yes, that is the ceiling. Oh good, I can get up off of this thing. So what was up with that crazy table and staring up at the ceiling? Just a visit to my chiropractor, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Oh my goodness, all this park skating is throwing my back out in new ways that just standing at an editing desk isn't. So if you don't go to a chiropractor, I highly recommend going to one. Taking care of your spine and taking care of your back is one of the best things you can do, because your spine is the foundation for your entire skeletal system and your body. So I cannot recommend chiropractic enough. I love my chiropractor. Of my heart. Oh, my camera's really dark. We just got back from community group. I am going through my evening routine, getting ready to shut down, get into bed, because tomorrow I have an early day. Getting up on time is kind of critical because I need to get through my morning routine and get a few things done before 9 o'clock when my friend Julie shows up. And tomorrow's going to be a really busy day because after Julie, I have a meeting, which will be really cool and really great. I'm looking forward to chit-chatting with Mike, who you all met last week, about marketing, more about video, more about the things that I do. And we're also going to get a muscle stretching session in, which I'm really looking forward to. So going to try and open up my hips some more so I can do some more stuff roller skating. I've always had tight hips, like to do like the ballerina, like side by side feet thing, or to skate what's sometimes called a mohawk, or a the side surfer is the other one it's known as. Like, I can't do that because my hips don't open up, so that's like bonus win for tomorrow. But anyway, yeah, early day, like I gotta get going early day, and long day. So yeah, trying to get into bed early so I can have a lot of rest. And yeah, so to recap today, your attitude of gratitude is what is important. Having gratitude, like if you are doing anything that is creative, that is anything that is along the lines of getting you, 1, where you want to go, but 2, making money from it, you are extremely lucky. There's a lot of people out there that don't get to do that, and so expressing that gratitude for what you do is really important, and having that attitude going into new relationships, into networking events, into the social experience, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, is critical to you getting the opportunities that you need to build your business. Nobody likes working with a sourpuss, and if you are a sourpuss about what you do, thinking that you deserve it because you have all this hard work, or whatever, just being grumpy because you feel like life isn't going where you want it, you're going to shut down your opportunities, either because you're not going to see them for what they are, or because people are going to be like, this person's not really fun. So think about that. Challenge yourself to think about the ways that you are practicing gratitude. If you need to, take a journal out and just practice being thankful. Look at the areas of your life that you're thankful for, and look at the areas that you're not so thankful for, and see how you can cultivate more gratitude about them. So that's the end of today's video. I will see you all tomorrow for day 92. Guys, that big 3-digit number, 100, is fast approaching, and I think I'm going to try and do something special for it. I don't know what yet, but I'll come up with some ideas, and I only have like 8 more days to figure that out. Yeah, so choking on my own spit here. Yeah, like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all tomorrow.